we were at the Airdrie Pet Expo on the weekend. So they were either clients or they said like, we've heard such great things about you. And then they say, we've driven by and we've looked in and we've always like wanted to come in and see it. So like, it piques interest.
It piques, yeah.
Except for the one person said, yeah, every time I drove by, I thought you guys were a marijuana store.
We're not a marijuana store.
So, but it does pique interest. As soon as they walk in, then Bree immediately. Well, so what she'll do is she'll stand up from her chair, and she goes around the corner of her desk instantly, and then is down in a squat position, welcoming the dog. They're only in that common area for 15 seconds, and then once the weight is taken, then they're grabbing their laptop and walking with the dog and customer into whichever exam room makes sense. See, that fast. Now she started a scripting. No stress, right? No stress of like, there's nothing more that I hate than when you walk into a business and you have to stand there like an idiot, waiting for somebody to get off a phone. It's true.
Yeah, I hate the phone part is, I don't know.
How long was the check-in?
Seconds. And it's like, and it empowers your role as a client care specialist. You're not just there, you're part of the whole system. If you're not there one morning, it's not going to work as easy. So I think that empowers the role that you have, and it's important because those roles are often like, it's just a reception person. No, you're part of the whole, like entering, welcoming the client, making sure he's happy, and then passing to the vet, and then you're doing clothing. So it's a ballet.
So they just logically pick what makes sense for the situation in the moment. So if it's like a single person with a single dog, then 3 and 6 make more sense. If it's more of a family, then 2 and 5 make more sense, right? Because there's more seating areas.
We racked our brains so hard to name the exam room. Like we had brainstorm session and we tried and finally to name it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Albert Einstein said, make everything as simple as possible, but not simpler. If they don't have anything else on the go, because sometimes every once in a while they'll escort them into the room, close the door, get the next person into the exam room, then go back and finish their check-in process. If things are building up. And they have a pretty well-defined set of things that they go through, ending of course of, do you want nitro cold brew coffee or sparkling or flat water, right? Which blows people's minds. Nitrogen infused frost tea latte with oat milk.
Have you guys tried them? Are they any
good? They can taste like butt. Did you know it's almost psychologically impossible to be upset as you're swallowing? It's true.
Yeah, sometimes we have some problems on work site and we'll say, hey, get a glass of wine. Have we been open 6 months? Like April?
Well, it was the end of April, so I just count
May, June, July,
May.
August, September. So we're 5 months. Yeah. Half a year, and you've grown so much. How many clients do we have?
I don't know. We can run the report right now.
Nobody likes. We have more than enough, but it's amazing. You were, I recall calls just prior of this opening. Like you were kind of you were doubting yourself.
Maybe.
Do you recall?
No. Well, my first worry was, will the team believe in this?
In November last year, when you opened up your position, it was like, will I have people sending me resume? Like, will I have people applying for the job? And then you were swamped. You had like Zoom calls over Zoom calls over Zoom call on for about a week.
Yeah, and then people are still applying, and we've had no problem with
hiring at all.
With hiring, and the ones that we've hired seem to fit, so that works well too. Oh, the customers just gush about Nicole and Bree.
You're going to be more famous than the famous Cody Creelman. The face of that's the goal. Eh? So you still have the opening crew, like Nicole's there.
Yep. We have the original 5.
The original 5, that's, yeah.
The original 5, now we have,
there.
and then another tech, another 2 vets, a tech assistant, and then another tech is coming.
So sometimes we assume that the client or the pet won't like it, and we're set with these expectations, and they're not true because we haven't tried something else.
Yeah.
You know, we're like, okay, we need to do this fear-free because in the fear-free book there's this, and that. But at the end of the day, is no one has ever tried something else. Like you told me that there was a bunch of dogs, mostly that were like anxious.
Oh yeah, we're like the anxious
here.
dog clinic of choice now.
But we didn't plan for fear-free. Yes, it's always in the back of our mind.
Yeah.
We are always like, we need to have the best environment, but it was not like we need to do through the checklist. And yes, we have the pheromones in the cat honour room.
Yeah, I think not to like crap on fear-free, but there's no focus on the human element.
But I really think that's the main focus. That's when we started this design or this idea was we need to support the human behind the clinic because you're doing the job. So I need to support you with the space.
Yeah.
So if you're happy, you're going to do a better job taking care of your client.
Yeah. So like if Bree and Nicole are freaked out and stressed when the dog walks in the door,
it's going to be like
it instantly starts there. But you could check off everything on the fear-free checklist, but if they're not chill when the dog walks in the door, then pheromones don't matter, right?
It doesn't matter. And if they're loud
stressed.
music, and if people are shouting, "Hey, your appointment has arrived!"
Yeah.
It's just.
She got locked out the back. we call that the walk of shame.
So right now there's an appointment in that exam room just there. We don't hear a thing.
No.
That was my biggest. I have fears too, but the fears when you did design like this, it's so unique.
Right.
That it's not proven. So it's like you have to do it's a leap of faith and like the acoustics, and we discussed the acoustics of we need to have something that is good but not too good. But like if you hear what's happening, that could be stressful for the client. So I'm so glad it's working out great.
Yeah, we're like 3 years ahead of schedule now.
3?
Well, yeah, like based on our gross revenues, we're doing what we plan to do by year 3.
So you're opening nights.
Yeah. So we'll start Thursday night, and then we'll open another night, and then we'll open a Saturday. So
you don't want to burn the team too.
Yeah. No, we'll just slowly start to do it.
So it's amazing. I can't believe you've grown that fast. This is not going to be big enough.
Well, we just need more locations, right? Oh, sorry, Fen Vet Airdrie's full.
But what's
cohesive.
really amazing is that most of the time we have one part of the clinic that is like, this transcends more than just the building again. This is like just the whole team using the space. Is sometimes when you're entering a clinic that has a different design, they're working the same. But Fen Vet is truly different in a way that we're like organically doing one with the building so that we respond to the space and we're going to adapt. And since we're having, like just because we have, you can go there and you can go there, you're going to react differently. You're not going to have your script like set. What you're expected to do, but you're going to adapt depending on.
It's a living, breathing.
We've created
entity.
a Fen. This is a Fen.
No, you're exactly right.